Hey guys,
Hey,
it's Haley.
and Ashley.
And this is What the
Podcast.
I took it a different...
Harmonize. Harmonize? Is that the right word?
Yeah. Well, I don't think it was a harmony though.
Oh.
But it sounded good. We sounded like angles.
Angles or angels?
That was the joke.
Oh. Funny.
Okay, whatever. It was funnier in my head, okay? We sound like angels. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Much better. I was very confused.
I tried and it didn't land. What can you do?
I was trying to think of a joke, but I got nothing. I'm only funny at, different times.
You're only funny all the time.
Exactly. I
You're
should be a comedian.
I mean, I think so.
I mean, we do have a comedy podcast.
Yeah. I mean, everybody laughs.
I hope.
Are you guys laughing right now?
Hello.
And the crowd went wild.
Yeah.
We need to get it back. We need to get like a laughing track.
Yeah. Like what are those called?
Like a studio audience.
A soundboard.
Oh, I can get one right now. Don't play with me.
That's what we need to do one episode. Just do Amazon shopping the entire time and screen record. I bet people would love that.
Did you ever? Okay. Do you know Sarah Baska from Vine? And then like YouTube. She had like the long hair. Like was kind of like hippie-ish.
What she look like? Show me what she looks like.
You know her.
I was a Vine girly, so
you will know Sarah Baska. You definitely know her.
His sign language for ice cream every time.
You know Sarah Baska.
I don't. Show me a Vine.
Okay, hang on. Sarah. It's that one where she's like, we always vape on Tuesdays. You know what I'm talking about?
I've never heard that in my life.
Oh my gosh. Yes, you do. Hang on. How weird.
What?
This girl posted her Vine on TikTok and her username is Ashley.
What a stalker.
That
is so weird.
Look, it's the exact same.
That is so weird. Weird. That might be my second account. Just kidding.
Weird. I definitely didn't post that.
Hey, do you want to come over and like vape? Dude, I'm vaping with Brian today. We always vape on Tuesday. Hey, do you want to come over?
You don't know her?
I've never seen her in my life.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, anyway.
I'll have to look up a compilation.
She's so funny. And she popped off on YouTube too. And I would watch her YouTube videos and she did this one where it was like a series where she would like get super drunk and then she would order stuff on like online. And then she would get all the packages and then like not remember what she ordered and she would open them up for the videos.
Andrea Russett or whatever did the same thing.
Really?
She did it while high.
Maybe that's who I'm thinking of.
It's 100% who you're thinking of because she did all those videos.
Wait a minute. Wait.
You're so funny. And it's the fact that we both know who we're talking about roughly, like, and I don't know if that says a lot about me or a lot about you.
Ordering. Yeah, no, it's definitely Andrea Russett. That's what I was talking about. They look kind of similar though. Yeah. You said,
I don't know how rehab's going. No, I'm not being facetious. I'm being serious.
I know you're being serious, but
I follow her.
Came out of nowhere, so I was like,
I think it is going well. I think she's out. She's in a loving relationship, I think.
Good. That makes me happy.
I still deeply want him and Kian, or her and Kian, to be together, but like I really like him with who he's with now too.
I know,
because they're so sweet.
I know. I love Kian.
I do too.
Kian Lolly.
Yeah.
O2L, dude.
You saw what he named his baby. Did we talk about that?
I don't think so.
He named him after Kyle, the one that died.
No.
Yeah, the baby's named after the one that died.
Are you serious?
Was his name Kyle?
I think so. Hang on. O2L.
What's,
Kyle.
Is it Kyle or Connor?
Connor Franta?
No, it's not Connor Franta.
O2L member dead. Sorry, that's really insensitive. Corey,
that's what it was. I was close.
That is really sad.
Yeah, he named the baby after him.
That's nice.
Yep.
Say something funny.
Our comments on John Benet Ramsey.
It didn't even work. What the actual frick? Hang on. Bruh.
Are you on silent?
That's horrible. I wanted like a studio audience laughter. Like studio audience laugh track. Surely it's on YouTube.
Yeah, you're gonna get a commercial before it.
Maybe not.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, John Benet Ramsey. We got another comment. Did you see that in our email?
No.
I'll read it to you.
Okay.
Be prepared.
Oh gosh, are they dogging on us?
Again, yes.
Bruh.
All the comments are dogging on us.
Always.
Shit. Hold on. Let me find it. Here we go. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
How do you start a podcast by complaining about another podcast getting facts wrong in the first few minutes, but then go on to give incorrect facts about drugs in Idaho case and kids knowing hours before 911 was called? Shaking my head. Like, homie, you spelt the word on wrong, but okay.
Can I reply?
Yeah. No, I think that will
I wanted to be like, dang, you right.
Yeah. I don't want to be insensitive though, you know?
Yeah, maybe we won't. Guys, what should we do?
Yeah. Y'all go to the comments and stick up for us. Just kidding.
Thumbs up for comment back. Thumbs down for don't comment back.
We need to give some wisdom, you know, just like your brother-in-law. He was like, oh, we hit 4,000 views on John Benet, by the way. I wonder how many likes it has.
Yeah, he said I came here to get Christmas gift ideas, but then left with
some wisdom.
Shout out to you, Josh, if you're listening.
We have 125 comments on this video.
The John Benet Ramsey one?
Uh-huh.
Dude, that's a lot of comments.
Oh my gosh, one comment has 17 replies.
Good.
I'm scared to look at them, not gonna lie.
Wait, okay, hang on. We'll look at them together.
And it has 62 likes, so that's a good. I'm scared to look at them. I really don't want to. I'm not in the mood to cringe.
Because we're getting dogged on?
Yeah.
I want to see them. Let's see. Gosh, I got logged out of our thing.
It's most people are just arguing their case in the comments.
Oh. Hang on. I want to see.
Just don't come for us, guys. We're just two girls.
How many times do we have to say that, honestly?
Yeah, we're just two girls who get facts off the internet, and we know how factual the internet is.
Yeah.
Just two girls on the internet.
Oh my gosh.
You're so brave because I can't look at them. I don't like confrontation.
Carol said, you both got so many basic details wrong. I was embarrassed for you. I'm not talking about opinions, but actual documented facts. I would take down this podcast.
Should we take it down? Should we private it?
Maybe. Somebody said, please be more serious. This is not a joking matter.
Maybe we should private it. This is what I'm talking about. Chat. How do you private a video?
I mean, a lot of people were like commenting along, like, yeah, giving their point of what they think.
Yeah. Okay, let's just do a statement.
Okay, this is our public statement.
Yeah.
Would you like to start or do you want me to start?
I would like to start.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know what I'm going to say, but again, we're just two girls.
Okay, public statement.
Okay.
We're just two girls. Seriously, we know it's not a laughing matter.
It's not.
It's clearly a horrific thing that happened. And we're not laughing. It's not funny.
Yeah, we're not laughing at the situation.
No. We're laughing at each other because we're dumb.
Yeah,
and we
exactly.
say, clearly, we're not news reporters. Okay.
No.
We're two random people on the internet.
Who just get our facts from the internet.
Correct.
Wikipedia people.
We're not doing research at the library.
Yeah.
We're straight up Googling things.
And it's kind of like, I'm going to like compare it to when I make jokes about my dead dad. Like, obviously, it's not a funny situation, but I find humor in it to make me feel better about it.
You're your own person.
Because that's how I comfort myself, is by humor.
Right.
So when we make jokes, and I don't think, if I listen back to that, we didn't make many jokes about JonBenet Ramsey, if any.
I don't think so either.
I'd have to go back and listen. It's been a hot minute.
We need to listen back. Maybe we should just put a disclaimer on all of our videos in which it's true crime. We just need to say,
yeah, we're learning.
Be warned.
Yeah.
We're not researchers.
No, we're just two girls that want to have a conversation about what's going on.
Period. That's literally it.
Yeah, so
please
at
don't
the end of the
yell
day,
at us.
go fuck yourself.
Oh, laugh track. Dang it. That would have been a great moment. Dang. I got to keep it open.
But to people that are related to JonBenet Ramsey who listen to our podcast, apologies.
On the slim chance that they do.
Yeah. Apologies. And I'm sorry
apologize.
Our facts are not factual.
Yes.
I got it off the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to also think we're doing that by memory mostly. We do have notes when we do podcasts like that. But like,
they're coming
from docs. And I'm pretty sure most of those facts that we said were from documentaries on like Amazon and stuff like that. So just because you think a fact is incorrect, you might have watched it on one doc, but it's different on a different doc. So
show us the receipts.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah. Facts. Now, as for the Idaho case, I get being insensitive to that. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
However, a lot of students came forward and said they knew about what was going on in the house prior to the 911 phone call.
In interviews.
So do not come for me and tell me I'm incorrect.
Period.
Just because you don't want to face the facts, homie. Come at me in the comments.
Oh.
No, don't. I'm a sensitive girly girl. I'm a sensitive girly girl.
We're all friends, guys. Okay.
Yeah, like I'm not coming to your YouTube channel and hating on you.
If you don't like what we're saying, just
click out of it.
Click out of it. We're literally, we get nothing out of this except for we're just having a good time.
Talking to each other.
That's it.
Yeah.
Don't rain on our parade.
Don't what?
Rain on our parade.
Oh. I didn't know what you said. I thought you said round on our parade. I was like, what?
Same diff. Anyway, sorry. I knew I should have probably not read those because you literally just said that you didn't want to get into that, but I just had to. I read that one and I was like, what is this?
Am I embarrassed? Yes. A little.
You are?
That 4,000 people listened to that podcast and it wasn't like perfect. You know what I mean? But like, again, we're just two girls in our 20s.
Never did we claim to in the video or in any other episode that we were
crime reporters.
Correct. We're not a huge true crime channel. We've done like 5 true crime episodes.
And I am a dropout. Like, what do you expect from me?
We're not journalists. Maybe that's the point, guys. We're not journalists. We're two normal teenage adult girls.
Teenage adult
just
girls.
Out of our butts. Like, it's not that deep. But again, we apologize for being insensitive about true crime cases. We'll stop. Will we?
Yeah, of course. Now, that's another point too. The case was from the 90s. And I get it's insensitive a child died. I am not the one to come at about a child dying. Like, I am not one to call me insensitive about a child dying, because I will literally kill someone for someone else's child. Like, I do not play. I'm in the South. Like, you know, that whole survey they did where like those women in the North were like, I'm not saying all women in the North either, but a lot of the women in the North were like, I don't know. And all the women in the South are like, I will kill anybody over, I don't care if it's like a kid that I don't even know. If I see him at Walmart and something's happening, I'll kill you for that child.
Yeah.
And I'm the exact same way. So do not come at me about being insensitive about a child death.
Period.
Bam.
Mic drop. Oh. Hopefully you weren't wearing headphones. No. That point made.
Yeah.
Well. What were we talking about before that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Anyway.
Is there anything that specifically that you want to bring up or talk about? Or...
Let's see what I've liked in my phone recently. That's usually an indicator.
I feel like I say this on every episode, but I feel like nothing's really been popping off on the internet lately.
You do say that every episode.
I say that exact sentence, but it's the truth.
Why did I screenshot that?
What is it?
A picture of Ken.
Lolly?
Yeah.
Did you mean to?
No.
Oh.
Let's see here. Y'all, I ordered a new keyboard at work. I'm not going to tell you how much it costs because no one's going to know.
She ordered it for work.
For work. Because I've had the same keyboard for like 2 years now. And it's just time to invest in a nice one. And I did invest. And
yeah, it's an investment.
It is Harry Potter keyboard. Literally, made on Etsy.
You know what? Every single thing you own is going to become Harry Potter.
It is. And I'm not mad about it.
No, I don't think you should be.
It's such a good comfort show or movie.
If it brings you happiness.
It does. It does.
Have you played the, what's that game? It's like the Harry Potter
PlayStation?
Game. Yeah.
I have not, but rumor has it that.
Oh.
Yeah.
The holidays are right around the corner, people.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get it. Maybe I won't. Who knows? It's on the Christmas wish list.
Yeah. Did you make your Christmas list?
I did Santa? Not. That's one thing I do need to do is my New Year's resolution list.
Oh, that will be an episode.
Yeah. We need to come up with our New Year's resolutions and compare it. I need to compare it to. Did I make one last year?
Do you keep them on your phone?
I do.
Oh, that's cool.
We've talked about that on the podcast.
Oh, guys, my memory is slipping every day.
We did like a whole episode on it.
Every day I get
going through our phone notes. No, last one I made was. No, I didn't make one last year. Happy New Year. Did I make one last year? Why are all my notes in like different orders?
All of my notes are like grocery lists.
Oh, I did make one this year. Okay, learn French.
Well, no, in our defense, we did that for almost a year.
What I love is this one is from 2019, and one of the New Year's resolutions is to lose 25 pounds. That was like 60 pounds ago.
I need to lose like about 80 pounds.
I think the only thing I could check this off, focus on my mental health. Bam. Visit Eureka Springs a lot.
Well.
Yeah. Make more online friends.
You could join like a Discord server or something.
I am on a Discord server, not for Harry Potter, but for World of Warcraft.
Oh, yeah.
Clean more often. No. Excel in career.
Oh, yeah. You can check that one off.
Yeah. An untouched savings account. Anyway, eat somewhat better. Start writing a book.
See?
I'm going to write a book. I'm going to do it. 2024 is my year.
Yeah.
It's a good year. It sounds like a good number.
Have we talked about this on the podcast?
We did a little bit.
Ashley's writing a book, you guys.
I am going to write a book. But I'm doing research right now by reading other books.
Yeah, homework, if you will.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to make it spicy or not. I'm not telling you. You're the only person I've ever told this.
What?
That I want to write a book. I haven't even told James this. I'm not going to either. Because if I ever do write a book, I do not want him to read it.
Why?
That is so cringy.
Why?
That is the most cringy thing. Like, even you reading it is cringy to me.
Because you've written something spicy? Is that why?
No, not
Or
even
just a
spicy.
book?
Just a book in general. I could write a paragraph and it's embarrassing for me.
You know what, though?
Like, if I were to become published, it'd have a different name on it. It would not be my name.
I will say this, though. When you're reading a book and it's so good, you just are like lost in it. You're not even thinking about who wrote it.
Yeah, I know. But still. You would, though. If I wrote a book, you would think about it.
It's just because I'd be so proud of, like,
What,
oh my gosh,
what if
she
it's
wrote
not
this.
good, though?
It's gonna be fantastic.
I gotta sit down and really work on it.
That's your passion project for 2024.
2024.
Writing a book.
I was writing a book.
Yeah. And I'll be your copy editor or whatever.
I don't even
peer
know what
review.
I had like this idea of what I want it to be about, but like the more I think about it, the more like I'm like, no, that won't work out because this and this and this. It just wouldn't make sense. And then what about later on? This wouldn't work out because of this. And
Well, you could just write as you go.
yeah, but then it just gets confusing.
You have to plan the whole thing out.
Yeah.
Right in the beginning.
Like, cause I was going to do like 16-year-old, but who wants to read a book about a 16-year-old? So now I'm making it a college book.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a little bit more.
You got to think of other things to like add in and like, yeah.
Like what college they go to. And
yeah.
Of course it's going to be Duke.
Yeah. You got to plan all the details.
Yeah.
Well,
I even Googled the first, like your first college year at Duke. Can you live in an apartment or do you have to live on campus?
Like the facts and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could, you know what, it might be helpful is if you do like take your plot or like what you have so far, do like a short story to get to the end of where you want it to be. And then once you are satisfied with that specific like series of events, then go and then like actually write the full thing. That might help. That way you're not feeling like you're spending so much time just getting it started.
Yeah. That
might help. I don't know. I'm excited that you're writing a book though. Or planning to.
Yeah. It's going to be released on Wattpad.
Wattpad.
Yeah.
I get to re-download Wattpad.
I have it downloaded. I just never get on it.
You do?
Yeah.
I deleted it a long time ago because I was like, I never get on this anymore. I still have an account though.
Yeah, I do too.
Wattpad. That's exciting. I need a passion project for 2024. You know what? My passion project for 2024 is to quilt
more.
Mm-hmm. I really, when was I off last week? Like Wednesday or something?
Yeah.
All day, I just quilted.
Mm-hmm.
And it like literally the entire day.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so much fun. For a little bit, I was getting kind of like stressed out just because it was my first project. But I had so much fun doing it. And I was like, dang, I need to just, I'm always like, I don't have enough time, but you have to make time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is one of my resolutions is to make more time for things.
Yeah.
But the only problem with that is that I hate when my routine is disrupted.
Yeah.
So creating a new routine is going to be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to learn how to do that successfully.
Yeah. Therapy always works, man.
Therapy?
Yeah. I'm not saying you need it, but I just mean like everybody needs it.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. I think everybody should be in therapy.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Like there's certain people in my life that I'm like, bro, you need a therapist bad.
It's kind of weird that you just said that that we're talking about therapy because earlier today, I don't even know why I had this thought, but I was like, I bet that there's like therapists on YouTube that like just do videos over certain topics, like free therapy for people who can't access it.
Yeah.
And it's weird. I don't know like why I even thought about that, but then now we're talking about this. It's weird. Invisible string.
What is wrong with this chicken?
What's it doing? Popping?
No, it's like a
clicking, moving, wobbling, tapping, pinching, rubbing.
A fringe? No, a
thread.
A thread. Yeah.
I was like naming every like adjective.
And it was a noun. No, is that a noun?
Or those weren't adjectives.
A thread is a noun, isn't it?
A person, place, or thing.
Yeah. Okay, I was right.
What's an adjective? A describing word?
A describing word. Right?
So were those adjectives?
Pinching? No, that's a verb.
I do not know those like.
And you want to edit my book? Just kidding.
I know what's right and wrong. Okay, I don't know what's there,
and there.
Period. I do.
I'm really bad. I'm actually proud of myself because I am better at it. But at work, when I'm going so fast on my computer, I'm like, shit, I did the wrong word.
I do it too sometimes.
Thank God for the edit button,
dude. For real.
We've got to figure out how to make a podcast of our TikToks, not of our TikToks, but of us going through TikTok together.
Oh, like screen recording.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be super easy. We just got.
It's not though, because I cannot get videos from my phone onto my computer.
I wonder if can't you just like screen share? How to get screen recordings to your computer. I don't know. I'm gonna have to research it. We can figure it out though.
Yeah, I think that'd be so much fun.
We can do anything that we put our mind.
It's gonna be like a copyright strike though.
Yeah, probably. That lawyer's gonna come after us.
Oh my God, Janet. Not Janet.
I can't believe she did that over a comment section.
Did you watch it?
Ew, excuse me. No, but just based on what you were telling me about it. Explain it for the people if they don't know. Okay,
so there's a lawyer on TikTok that if you even bring up her name, she gets your video taken down. Janet.
Oh my gosh. She's going to copyright strike us.
Yeah, she's like Bloody Mary. Say her name 3 times and she appears.
Like, how much time does she have? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Clearly enough. She's probably not like a good attorney because she doesn't have enough
cases to be working on. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Dang.
For real.
She's probably going to sue us now for libel or something.
Well, she can suck it.
Oh, dang. Defamation.
Is it?
She could claim it's defamation.
Is that Ed Sheeran's wife?
Is it? What happened to him and Ellie Goulding?
Did he date her?
Yeah, him and Ellie Goulding dated for a hot minute. This was like years ago. Ed Sheeran.
I don't like Ed Sheeran. Not gonna lie.
Oh, back in the day, dude, when I was like 14, 15, I was singing Ed Sheeran songs.
I think I have like 2 of his songs on my phone.
Not like in 2016 when he started making like the pop songs, like old Ed Sheeran.
I almost said you look like something you listen to John Mayer.
I do listen to John Mayer. I love him. He's so controversial, but I love him. Okay, I don't know if I love Ed Sheeran, but I love his. I mean, I don't know if I love John Mayer himself, but I love his music. Yeah. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. You look like you listen to John Mayer. That could be such a dig for somebody.
No,
like you look like you listen to Clay Aiken or something. Like the most boring
like
person.
Like a fly
ever.
on the wall. I love that song.
How to call somebody boring 101. You look like you listen to Clay Aiken.
Yeah. No, that's more like calling someone like, I don't know, just not boring. I don't think Clay Aiken would be the boring one.
You don't think so? He's like tame, you know?
No, he's not boring though. That's like saying you look like you listen to Creed.
No, I do. I love Creed.
I love Creed too. Now, ever since I've been listening to Boris Dad Rock.
Creed is the best, dude. I'm fixing to play some Clay.
They're coming to Arkansas.
I saw.
Are we going to go?
I want to. Clay, come on now.
What's that song by him? The one I was just singing.
Fly on the Wall.
I don't think that's what it's called.
I'm Googling it. Clay Aiken.
Play it, please.
Invisible.
Yes.
Okay, wait, here we go.
Oh, I bet you I know the words.
Oh, a freaking ad. Are you kidding me? No, I'm going to Spotify.
I was about to say, I thought you were on Spotify.
You know what? Spotify, maybe if you paid us more, I would listen on your platform.
Yeah, for real.
No, I only exclusively use Spotify. Am I kidding?
I use Apple.
Clay Aiken, Invisible.
Okay, here we go, people.
Turn your volume up. It's just a laugh track.
You get us.
Clay Aiken, I swear, if you copyright strike us.
I love this song.
He sounds like a theater kid.
He probably is. We need to at least go to the chorus. If I was invisible.
I'm sorry, but this is horrible.
No, I love this song. Hold on, wait. If I was invisible. That's creepy.
Clay?
I've never listened to the lyrics, I don't think.
Clay.
What are the lyrics? They're like,
what are you freaking talking about right now?
If I was invisible, I could watch you in your room. That's what he said.
Why is that what you go to, Clay?
Clay's a fan. I don't know why we're insulting him.
If I was invisible, yeah, I'd watch you.
What would you do if you're invisible?
Watch you in your room.
Oh, that's creepy.
Is it not? Oh, if I was invisible, what would
yeah,
you do?
what would you? What's the first thing you would do if you're invisible?
That's a good question.
I'd never want to be invisible.
I wouldn't either. Hang on, let me think about this. If I was invisible,
she's really struggling.
Well, I just never thought about this.
I don't know what I would do either.
Would you rather be invisible or would you rather be able to fly?
Fly.
Yeah, 100%. Like, for real, what would you do if you were invisible? Well, we know what Clay would do, but...
I know. What would I do?
See? There's like nothing for you to do. In what scenario do you need to be invisible in your everyday life?
I think I'd be in like Walmart if I saw somebody I didn't like. Boom.
Push your cart
I'm
over
gone.
or something?
No, I just meant like disappear so no one will talk to me.
Oh, like you just can go invisible whenever you want.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yes, yeah, that would be helpful. You run into somebody in the store and you're like, I'm out.
Or like drive down the road.
That would be so scary. You look over and the car is just empty.
Nowadays, that's normal.
Can I tell you something
In like
really
California.
embarrassing?
What?
When I was little,
Oh God.
like if I was sitting in the back of the car,
I got a funny story too. Go ahead.
I would like the cars would be going by so fast that I wouldn't be able to see anybody in them.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that robots were driving the car and we were the only humans on the road.
You know, a therapist would be super helpful.
Okay, what's your story?
I was going to church camp one year. No, we were going to Arlington, Texas. Arlington? Was it Arlington? We went somewhere in Texas. I think it was Arlington.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like where the church people go to help the people in need.
Oh, okay.
Like build houses and shit like
Yeah.
that. We didn't build houses. We just went to parks and played with kids. But
yeah.
and like some of us did have to like, we painted front doors of an apartment
that's
complex
nice.
and stuff like that. Anyway, we drove down there and there wasn't enough seats in the van.
Uh-huh.
So we all sat in the back of the van, like the trunk of the van, like 4 of us. So we were making signs and putting them out the window that says Jesus loves you.
Oh, okay.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we pull over at a gas station. A cop pulls up and he said, somebody reported y'all because they thought your sign said help me.
Oh.
And it was coming out of the trunk. It wasn't like
gosh.
a trunk, but it was like one of those
The back window.
vans that
Yeah.
you just open up. And they were like, yeah, somebody reported it as like a help me.
What did y'all have? Did he say anything about y'all sitting in the back?
No, I think we were all out of the van at that point, like because the
Oh,
gas station.
Yeah.
And we just explained that we were making Jesus love you signs.
Oh my god.
And he just laughed. I don't remember the cop that much. I just remember it being a thing.
Were you scared or were you like, what is going on?
I don't remember. I just remember that. And I'm like,
How does somebody get help me from
Jesus loves you? And the sign might have said something else. I don't remember, but it was something along the lines of like,
Help me.
Jesus loves you. Yeah.
Oh
But
my
it was pretty
gosh.
funny. I wish I still had pictures from that trip.
Do you know anybody that you went on the trip with? Maybe you could reach out and see if they have pictures.
Oh, I bet this one girl does. Hold
That's
on.
so funny.
I was invisible.
Clay Aiken. What's he up to now?
Yeah, right.
You think he's on social media? What do you think Clay does in his day-to-day life?
Oh, she's definitely does not have any of the photos.
Oh.
Damn. I wonder if I go back far enough I can find him. If I was invisible.
Clay Aiken. Jeez Louise. Well,
Tell us something
what else?
while I'm deep diving this person.
What to say? The holidays are coming up, you guys. Is everybody feeling good about where they're currently at? Are we stressed? How are we feeling?
I'm stressed.
I am too.
It's just now all I have to do is wrap things. Even though I have one present to wrap for Giacomo, the other present we're putting it together and not wrapping it.
Yeah.
I might wrap the whole thing in it, to be honest.
I've wrapped a couple of gifts so far, but I had more stuff come in last night, and I still have a couple more things to get. So I'm like, still a little bit, excuse me. Still a little bit stressed. But I need to get to wrapping because I really don't want to leave it all, right to the very end. Because then I get tired of wrapping.
Hold on.
Did you find them?
So skinny. No, I found pictures from church camp though.
Let me see.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find any more before Oh, there's me. Oh my god, I'm such a nerd.
Do you remember when Chili's Bar and Grill commented on my TikTok?
Oh my gosh, yes, that is so good. I hate that. Oh, there's me in yellow pants.
Yellow pants?
Yeah, you can't really see though. Hold on, there's me again. I'm saving all these. Hold on.
How'd you get those so fast?
I scroll. I'm fast, just like I pee.
She does be peeing at the speed of light, y'all. I don't know. She's in there pushing.
I do push.
Sorry, that's like TMI.
I don't care. I push hard.
That's not good.
Why is that not good?
I don't know. It's probably not, though. I feel like it's probably
God,
not
the
good.
side swoop is like.
Oh my gosh, I wanted that so bad. Did you have side bangs?
Yes.
Oh, I wanted side bangs so bad.
If I was invisible.
I also begged my dad for like my 10th birthday or 11th birthday to get a feather put in my hair at the mall. Because that was like really popping off then. We went to the mall, got a feather put in my hair, and it looked horrible. It looked like terrible. So I had to remove it with pliers. I was so sad. And now I kind of want to get another feather put in my hair. Or the hair tinsel. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm. Oh, yeah.
I kind of want to do that. But I definitely can't have that at work. But it looks really cute.
I think that's all the pictures she has.
Mm-hmm.
But these are the only ones I could find. Hold on. Starting there. And scroll.
Okay, let's look. Okay, first of all, you look just like Giacomo in this picture.
Let me see. Oh, yeah.
Tell me that does not look just like him.
Oh, it does. Oh, that's weird. Big ass bow on my head.
Cute. Oh my gosh. You're so cute. Y'all would have definitely scared me. Like if I was 13 or 12, like I would want to be y'all's friend really bad, but y'all would have like scared me.
Those are probably the nicest people I've ever met. Like the sweetest.
I would have been like,
oh
yeah, they're way too popular for me.
No, it was not like that. I can tell you that.
Oh, your glasses.
I was so skinny. Look how skinny I was.
Oh my gosh. You're so little.
With the longest neck ever.
Stop. The bangs. That's what I wanted. Stop.
People used to say me and her were twins.
You guys?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Yeah. Well, people thought we were twins because we both had brown hair, the exact like length one year at church camp. And everyone's like, are you just sisters?
We're actually cousins.
Yeah.
Like we're actually cousins.
Yeah.
How funny.
I wonder if she's got any pictures.
Do you have anything else to share, Ashley? Because I don't think I have anything else to share.
We need lots of things to share. Oh my God, church camp. Let's go down that rabbit hole. I went to Siloam Springs church camp 3 summers.
Just shout them out.
Siloam Springs. Siloam.
There was a song?
There was a song and there was a hand motion. Siloam.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's when I found out Michael Jackson had died.
At church camp?
At church camp. Because we weren't allowed to have phones at church camp. So it was just a rumor around, church camp that Michael Jackson had died.
That's crazy.
But church camp, so I went to church camp 1 year.
Uh-huh.
And it was my first year. Was that my first or second year? I might have went 4 times. Because the first year I went, second year, my dad had died. Mm-hmm. So my dad had died on a Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And I drove up by Bella Vista up there. Yeah. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then I came back and the funeral was Monday. Yeah. First day church camp was Monday in Siloam Springs, and his service was in Fayetteville.
Oh, okay.
So it worked out in the sense of like, I still went to the funeral, but then my youth pastor and stuff came to the funeral and then drove me to Walmart, got all the stuff I needed, and then took me straight to church camp. The same day as the funeral.
Did you want to go?
Yeah. Yeah. I really wanted to go.
Okay.
So I went to church camp and I met this boy. Uh-huh. And of course, that's what church camp is about, is the boys. Like, let's be real. And I've talked about this boy on the podcast before. And I just like fell in love with him instantly. I was like, oh my God, he's dreamy, Yeah. And he had a girlfriend that year. And then the next year, that year we were like, his dad had died as well.
Oh, really?
And not the same year, but like we bonded over that. And I want to say it was the next year we went to church camp together. He was there as well.
Yeah.
And we kind of like became like a couple, but not like boyfriend, girlfriend, but like we
talking.
We sat next to each other every sermon. We went and did all the activities together. We ate together. We, it was just like
at church camp.
Yeah. Yeah. And he was a total douche.
Oh.
I've talked about him before. He's the one with the girlfriend that I caught making out on the bus.
Oh. yuck.
Yeah.
That shook me. Truly. When I listened to that episode back and the gasp that I gasped was so loud because I was like, that took a turn I did not expect. Anyway.
Yeah. No, he's not, dude. She's actually a really nice guy. But, yeah, that was my church camp experience. And I'm trying to think what else happened. Oh, okay. So, I'm very intuitive and stuff like that. I'm very into that kind of stuff. Well, the day that my dad had the funeral, I went to church camp and I was going through all the emotions. I was 14.
Yeah.
I was just like overly just like everything out of it was heightened. And I remember I was playing in the creek and I was by myself and I was very emotional.
Yeah.
And this guy came up to me and there was a bunch of butterflies everywhere, like all over me. And this old man just walked up to me at church camp because there was like 10 other churches there, maybe like 4, but I don't know. Yeah. But there was a bunch.
A lot of people.
And because the campus was huge. And this guy comes up to me. He's like, you know what that means, right? And I was like, what? And he was like, it means a dead loved one's thinking of you. And this was like the day of my dad's funeral or the next day. I don't remember. But it was like enough that I was like, oh my God.
Oh, wow.
You don't know who you just said that to.
Yeah. Like, do you remember saying anything back? Or
I don't remember anything past that. No, I don't know who he was. He didn't know who I was either. He was just like a guy that was walking past.
I wonder if that was like, you remember how you were saying the third man thing?
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if that was kind of.
I don't know.
Like that.
I have no idea. And I kept the roses from my dad's funeral and I kept it on my bed at church camp. And we, I wonder if I have pictures. Hold on. I kept the roses and they let me sign my room wall.
Oh, wow.
So like I did my wall, I signed like rest in peace and then whatever, but I wonder if it's still there. I doubt. I'm sure they've painted since then. Asylum.
I never went to church camp, but I did do like VBS.
Ugh. I hated VBS.
I liked making the crafts.
Siloam Springs Church Camp. Here we go. 20. Let's get wild. 2008? Anything pops up?
2008.
Oh my God.
What?
This was my year. That's our ugly. So our church had this thing called Ugly, Understanding God Loves You.
Oh, ours did that too.
Ours came up with that. Ours came up with it in 2000.
That banner, I know what that banner is.
That was from my church. Siloam Springs asked if they could use it.
Oh. Do other churches use that?
I'm sure some did.
Oh, okay.
But I want to say we created it. I could be completely wrong, but I'm 99.9% sure.
Give the disclaimer. Okay, anyway.
But I wonder if this is the... Is this a Siloam song? I can't remember. I love you, Siloam.
Oh my gosh.
I wish I could find a video of us there. Oh my God, I was there for this one too. 2009. That was the one that I'm like flashing back my dog.
I mean, have you ever watched these? No, probably not.
Yeah, I love you, Siloam.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, the flashbacks I'm having. I love you, Siloam. And there was always like hot
like the
counselors.
Oh yeah.
Group counselors and stuff. Because they're all college students.
Yeah.
And you're like 14, 15. Sure. So you're like, oh my God, he's so cute.
Yeah.
Or This is wild. One year we played. Have you ever played Cowboys in Indian? Dude, okay. So we always had this rival with this other church. I could not tell you for the life of me what church it was.
Yeah.
But at church camp, it's like this huge campus, or it's like a camp. Like it is like purely dorms. It's not a college campus. Is not what I'm saying. It's log cabins and shit like that. Well, we'd go back to this field and we played Cowboys and Indians. We played it 2 years in a row. Same church was there with us. And from what I remember, I'm pretty sure it was 2 years in a row. Cowboys and Indians. You were either a cowboy or an Indian. Like one group was an Indian, one was a cowboy. I don't remember how to play, but you had to like take their flag off, I want to say. Like kind of like flag football, but like their flag. And I'm talking that shit got rough. Like between us girls, and it was like boys and girls.
Yeah.
One kid broke his arm one year.
Oh my God.
Because one kid in our group broke his arm. But it was like, I'm talking wild. Those girls from the other church camp, fuck you. Because I'm talking, they got baby oil and rubbed it all over themselves. So that way when you grab them, their arm would just slip right out. Yeah. And I'm talking, I will never forget turning around and looking, and one of my girls is on the ground and there's like 6 of them on top of her, like full on, like almost a fight. Like it was like, you want some?
They took it serious.
Dude, we all took it serious. And I'm talking like hair pulling. It was not, there was no ref. It was not.
Dang.
I'm talking, they were like on you like, oh, I wish I had pictures. But they did, I wonder if I can find it. Cowboys and Indians, Siloam Springs. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Cowboys.
You think they videoed it?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Indians. No. They didn't.
That's crazy.
But it was wild. I'll never forget. Like there was punches being thrown. It was just like, it was freaking wild, but it was the best time ever.
Yeah.
And then we did one night. I'm talking, there's probably like 300 students there. And we did one night, we did blackout hide and go seek.
Oh my God.
Or flashlight tag or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And you're talking the whole, like, it's like acres and acres of property. And just buildings and stuff like that. And there was no lights outside.
That's scary.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Like, I want my kid to experience it. I just wish it was something without like the church.
Yeah.
like not church based. I wish it was more of like just a summer camp.
Yeah. I mean, you can find summer camps.
Yeah, but nothing like Siloam, man.
Yeah.
The vibes, man. And they had cheese hot dogs. It was a vibe.
That's funny.
You didn't go to any camps?
Huh? No. Nope. Sure didn't.
At space camp?
No.
You didn't go to space camp?
We couldn't afford space camp.
Oh, yeah.
And we moved to Cabot. I was too old. I was going into junior high. So I wasn't here for middle school. That was not a thing.
When I was in junior high, it was like $375. Or not junior high, middle school when we went. It was like $375. So I can't imagine how much it is now.
That's crazy, dude. No. That's wild. That it costs that much money.
It is freaking wild. That's the only thing I ever did with the school that was overnight, I think, was... And 4-H. We went to 4-H. That was fun. Oh my God. I almost name dropped the boy. I swear I was boy obsessed. I was so boy obsessed. There was a boy who from 2nd grade to about 6th grade, we dated.
Yeah.
Right? I've told you about him before.
Yeah.
And it was the first time that I sat next to him was at 4-H.
Yeah.
Because we'd sit around in a circle and he sat next to me.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, ooh. And I'm like, I know. He's looking at me. I couldn't eat in front of him, though. I had this thing with any boy.
Yeah.
Any boy I've ever liked, it was hard for me to eat in front of. It was embarrassing for me to eat in front of a man.
Yeah.
Or a boy.
I think that's kind of common.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to look like...
So I remember there was one that sat... Because we had those lunch tables that were like they have now.
Yeah.
The seats and then the seats and the tables in the middle.
Uh-huh.
And you lined up by classroom. So like my classroom, his classroom, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I would turn like this and eat.
Oh my God.
I remember vividly doing that.
That's funny.
And I'm always the one that talks the most in these.
I just like to listen. I don't have anything to talk about.
It reminds me of, there's a guy on my Facebook who I've known since second grade, and he was one of my really good friends growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a special place in my heart because my dad would surprise me in third, fourth, and second grade. Second, third, and fourth. He would surprise me because he was in Iraq.
Yeah.
So he would come down and not tell me, and he would just show up at the school.
Oh.
And Annie lived like 3 hours away, so I never knew when he was coming. So like he would just show up and he'd have lunch with me. And the way our classrooms lined up, the same kids sat in front of me every single day.
Yeah.
So my dad sat with him as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like I have a very special place for this kid.
Yeah.
Because he was always there with us at lunch. And then he was my friend when he died. And so it was very like full circle moment.
Yeah.
So like anything, I've said it on the podcast before. So if he ever listens to this, he probably thinks I'm a crazy stalker. But anything he posts, I'm a huge fan of. Like, because he's a podcaster and stuff.
Oh, wow.
And I just hope he knows that I have a soft spot for him. Like anytime I see him, I'm like, oh my God, like, hey, you know,
for him,
I just adore him. His parents are super sweet. Like, I have such a soft spot for him, and he probably doesn't think twice about me on a regular basis, but I don't know why. But for him, I'm like, it's just.
Well, it's because he's in that memory.
Yeah, he's in those memories, and he was just a really good friend to me when I needed it. And so it was just like, I don't talk to him anymore, but I follow him closely. Anybody that I was like friends with ever, I know I've said it on the podcast before, I just find so much comfort in seeing them succeed in life, having kids. And even if nowadays I don't even know if they like me or not, like,
it's people that you grew up with.
Yeah, people I grew up with, I have a soft spot for them. Like there's one girl on Facebook. We haven't talked since like maybe the 7th grade, but I have her on Facebook, and she's like, I'm rooting for her. Like she's got kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's awesome.
That's good.
Yeah. But it makes me feel like a stalker in the same sense.
I don't think that's being a stalker.
Yeah.
Otherwise they wouldn't have added you back as your friend.
I know, but I just mean more or less like,
if they post something, you see it, and then you say to yourself, I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Everybody needs people like that.
The whole point of that was like, I'm rooting for you, kid.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best in life.
That's really nice. Good old church camp.
Oh. Church camp. I'm trying to think if anything else happened. Asylum. Ew. I'm trying to think if anything else crazy happened there. We had to wear one pieces when we went swimming.
Yeah, of course. Church camp.
Yeah. I remember too, I've always gotten along better with kids that are older than me.
Yeah.
Or even like adults.
Mm-hmm.
And during church camp, I even knew not to get like, I'm not religious. I've said it on the podcast. I've hinted at it enough. I don't believe in anything, whatever. Even back then, I think I didn't believe in anything because did I get baptized? Yes.
Yeah.
But I think this is why I want Giacomo to wait on all that stuff, because I want him to be an adult, maybe not an adult, like a teenager or something, to then decide what he wants to do. Yeah. And wants to like, if he wants to commit his life to Jesus and all that stuff.
If he wants to know more about
more power to you, boy. Like I am not hurt. That'll make me happy.
Yeah. But
I want him to be a little bit older to understand. Because when I was in church camp, I snuck out of every single sermon. I snuck out and hung out with the adults. Mm-hmm. Or I would go like into the children's church at church camp, like the itty bitties that were there. I would do that with them. I can never I can never remember sitting through a sermon. I have before, like, don't get me wrong. Of course I've had to in like some situations. It's like therapy kind of when you sit through a sermon. At least my pastor at the time, I think he's I know I've said it before. I'm pretty sure he's a therapist outside of being a pastor.
Oh, wow.
I think he's retired, but, his sermons were kind of like therapy.
That's
like
good.
Kind of like a counselor would talk to you, or like a therapist. It was kind of like that.
Easy
so
to
it was
listen
nice.
to. Yeah.
But it struggled for me to, if anybody else was speaking, couldn't do it. Could not do it. I had to get up out of there. I was uncomfortable. Didn't like it. I just didn't vibe with nobody. And I think I knew deep down then that I just didn't, it wasn't for me.
Mm. Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
Everybody has to ask that question for themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I understand.
I don't know.
Church camp, though.
Church camp, though. To go back.
I wish I'd gone to like church camp or something.
I wish I could go back for stuff like that, for experiences like that.
Just to relive it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that I would. I don't know that I would go back.
I don't know if I'd go back either, but like if I had to go back.
Where I asked if you had the choice to go back, but then you have to redo all that time over again. Like you don't just go back and visit that time and then pop back to where you are now. You have to go back and then live your full life from that point. Would you do it or no? I've asked that question on the podcast before, but I can't remember.
I feel like our answers will change as the years go on, right? Like of course, the rational, older, like the side of me is like, of course I wouldn't do it because I have Giacomo, and if things change, then I wouldn't have Giacomo or my husband. Sure. If they weren't into play, I would go back and do things differently.
You would.
I would not, like I've said on the podcast before, I would not get into a committed relationship at such a young age.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Just like redos.
I would start over. I would be more involved in, like, I don't regret any of my decisions. Like, don't get me wrong. But I would do more like, I would have gotten help earlier. Mm-hmm. And I would have gotten more like a therapist or a psychiatrist or something. I would have gotten help earlier. Mm-hmm. So I didn't feel like, I constantly grew up feeling like all of my friendships, I was the third wheel. Mm. Like, you know, when you're walking on a sidewalk and there's two in front and one in the back, I was always that one in the back.
This is deja vu because I can't remember what episode it was, but
we did talk about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I don't feel like that anymore.
Yeah.
I really don't. Sometimes I feel a little threatened. But like rarely it's like a thing. It's not a thing.
Yeah.
But like I think you give me enough security or
what can I say?
In our relationship that I don't have to feel that way anymore. But I think I would go back and I would get help so I didn't feel those ways with those people, because now I don't have any connections with those people.
Right.
I don't have like long life friendships I wish I would have had.
Yeah.
And like, it's embarrassing. Like, shout out to anyone that came to my baby shower, because half of y'all I didn't talk to for like forever before you came to my baby shower. Really? You know what I mean? Like, it was almost like not like a pity invite. Like, I'm not saying like I pitied you, so I invited you. It's not like that. It's like a pity invite on my part. Like, you came because you pitied me. That's what it felt like.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So like, and I know they probably did not think of it that way.
Yeah.
But deep down, it felt that way for me, because I was just like, I had no friends, and I was so like,
well, who am I going to invite?
Yeah. And I'm like, what if no one shows up? Or it was just really, that was a really hard time for me, because not only I wasn't working, so I was at home 24/7, pregnant, and I was going crazy in my mind because I can't take anything anyway while you're pregnant.
Right.
Nowadays you can, but back then you couldn't.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I would go back and I would get stronger relationships with people.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be in a committed relationship, because that really fucked me up in life.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have, I don't know. I would have probably had more fun. I probably still wouldn't have partied and stuff because I was too scared to get in trouble.
Yeah.
By like the law.
Yeah.
Or put myself in a dangerous situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just wasn't into that.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish I would have committed and had better friendships than I did. But other than that,
wouldn't change a thing.
Wouldn't change a thing. I turned out fine.
No, I get that. It's butterfly effect. It's weird.
Yeah.
One small decision changes your whole life.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Did
That
you
was
hear
my-
that? Oh,
that was
I was
my
like,
thing.
what was that?
But yeah, I would change that. I would, that song where it's like, what's that song called? Hold on. Here we go.
Yeah.
Hold on. This part. When it,
If I could go back to
the day we met, I probably would have stayed in bed. Exactly.
If I could go back to that day we met, I
probably would have stayed in bed.
You know, I just yelled. That hurt my ear. You know, I post some TikToks, and you know, sometimes I get in a mood where I want to start shit. Have I said this on the podcast? Yeah, I know I've said it to you.
I don't think you said it on the podcast.
I get in these moods where I just want to start shit with people.
Really?
Not like anybody I know, but like people from my past. I want to be like, you know what?
Petty.
On the internet, I want to be like, you know what? Fuck you. And I want to put your name on it. Just because if you've done me wrong in the past,
Yeah.
I want to be petty. Like the part of me is like a petty ass person. And a part of me is like smart enough to know like you can't do that.
Don't you think karma will come back around and do its
No,
job,
I don't know
though?
if I believe in karma.
Mm.
I really don't.
I don't know that karma is the right
I
way
say
to put
constantly. I constantly say like karma's a bitch, but I
Yeah.
don't know if I believe in karma.
I think what goes around comes around. You get what you put out in the world.
To an extent, maybe.
Maybe not immediately. Maybe
Yeah.
30 years down the road. But
Now, like, do I believe like if I were to call somebody out for like, I believe in not, what's the word? Being a hypocrite. Like,
Oh.
I believe in like, I'm not going to call you out for something that I've done.
yeah.
Like, I'm not going to do that.
Hypocrisy.
Like you painted your house yellow while my house is yellow. Like, I'm not going to like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? That I believe in. Like, if I were to talk, I'm trying to think of something I've done that's bad in my life. You know, something I've done bad. I mean, I've told you before.
Yeah.
So like, that's like me coming at somebody else and telling them
Or
like,
the same thing.
how freaking
Right.
dare you? And then 2 weeks later, that shit's going to come out about me. Like, I believe
Yeah.
in that. Like, I guess that's karma, but like, or what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
But I don't believe in the sense of like, if I don't know how this person lives today, but I know they have a decent career. They have a nice family. I don't think they have kids, but the things they did to me, I can't imagine unless they're putting through their partner the same shit they put me through.
Mhm.
Then I feel bad for them.
I don't know if it's necessarily translates to what they did to you, they're going to get.
Yeah.
I think that maybe sometimes it translates in other ways. So like you do somebody really wrong in that way.
Yeah.
And it may F you over in some other sense.
Yeah, I guess.
So like you may be miserable in one aspect of your life.
I think it just makes me mad. I don't see that part of it. Like, I don't see where they're miserable because I have so much hatred built up.
Oh.
Not really hatred. I'm to a point now where I'm like, I don't really care. I mean, I do care, but then again, I'm like, it depends on my mood. Like,
Yeah.
some days I'm perfectly fine. I'm like, I don't care. That was high school. Like, who gives two shits about that? And then some days I want to be a petty bitch and I want to be like, you know what? You really caused some emotional damage in the sense of I had to go to therapy over you.
Yeah.
Because not because of you as a person. Well, it was because of the person. That sounds so bad. Like almost like I'm hung up on this person, but it's not like that. It's more or less like you physically and emotionally abused me.
Yeah.
So I get a little pissy sometimes when I see you living a decent life. I don't want this person to have a bad life. That sounds bad. Let me rephrase. it doesn't make me mad that they're having a good life, because I pray to God, I pray to whoever is out there that they don't repeat what they did to me to somebody else.
Sure.
Like, I would never want that on somebody.
Sure.
And it wasn't that bad. We were 50-50 in the situation. So it wasn't just that person. It was 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I get mad about it. Sometimes I'm still through that anger stage where I grieve of the person I lost, in the sense of like, it's almost like a death to me.
Right.
Like, it sounds bad, but it's like a piece of like, because I gave my piece of my soul to someone.
Yeah.
And then it was abused and used and whatever.
Yeah.
And then they died. And now I have to go through the grieving process, which would be the same way if like my husband, my child, my mom, my dad, anybody, they die, I'm going to go through that grieving process.
Right. Well, I mean, you're changed.
Even
no matter
with
what.
friendships, I feel that
Right.
way. Like,
Well,
if something were to happen, like between me and you, and it turned out not good, and you had to go on with your life, I would have to grieve that.
Yeah.
Just like I would anybody I felt for.
Gives like so much of yourself.
Yeah.
To be in that friendship relationship. That is a relationship.
Yeah.
You're like, you get changed in the process of it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're not going to go back to the person that you were before that, because you're changed because of that relationship.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's difficult.
Yeah. I just like,
I don't know.
I've talked about it with my therapist and stuff before. I'm just like, it's really hard for me to not, what's the word? It's not obsess, but it's very,
let go.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could say let go. Like, I had beef with someone before in my life that it lasted for about like 6 years, and I could not let it go. I was obsessed. I was fixated on it.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't let it go. I have that thing about me. I don't know if it's like an OCD thing or if it's just like the bipolar. I don't know what it is, but like my last psychologist, is that the right word? Why can I not think?
Hang on.
I went to the psychologist.
Yeah.
My last appointment a couple weeks ago, I told them that my meds are working good. I feel good. However, I feel that obsession part of me coming back. Like, I feel like and I said, I know this sounds crazy. I know it does. But like that, not obsessive, but the fixation on things is coming back. And I don't want that. I do not want that feeling again, because I hate that feeling of fixating on something.
Yeah.
And I just can't. And so they upped my meds.
Uh-huh.
And to see if that helps. I haven't started taking them yet to see a difference. But I just like, I can feel myself fixating again. And it's like a tick. And it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it doesn't stop. And I will sit there and fixate on anything that just like, I mean, you see me with my Harry Potter stuff. Like, but that's not even it, because that stuff I can live with. But it's like stuff like that. Shit from like 16, 17 years ago.
Things that just don't even matter anymore.
Yeah. Like, for instance, there's something that happened at work like 4 or 5 years ago, like when I first started. Mm-hmm. And it's on my brain every single day. I think about that instant.
Really?
Yeah. And I've never told you about it, but I'll have to tell you about it when we get off the podcast. But it's little things like that. Anything that has impacted my life in any way, I fixate on it and I can't stop thinking about it. I dream about it. And it's the most frustrating thing. And then I get better. I feel better. I feel good after I like change up my medicine regimen or something. I'll start to feel better and it doesn't bother me as much. Then it's back. So it's kind of like my meds aren't like, I'm getting used to them maybe. I don't know. And I try to explain it to her and she was like, no, you're not crazy. It's just, I get it. This one should help more since we prescribed more this time. It should help. Yeah. I'm like, I just don't want to keep taking drugs, but like, it makes me feel better.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I get it.
The point of that was I didn't want people to take away from stuff that I'm saying about 15 years ago that I'm still like hung up on it. It's not that. It's like those core memories or whatever still haunt me to this day of something like, like it's a trauma that you have to deal with.
Yeah.
And when you don't deal with it properly, when it first happens, it's going to have long lasting effects.
Yeah, that's correct.
It's got deep, but anyway.
No, you're absolutely right. If you
You've
don't
gotta
deal with something
your
in the
trauma.
moment, you're just going to have replays of it, or you're
Yeah.
going to think about it. And, you know, yeah.
And I think that's where, I don't want to say my family failed me, because like that's like not true. It's just they should have seen signs in the sense of like, Ashley hasn't came out of her room in 3 days. She hasn't got out of bed in 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
That's a telltale sign that like something's not right.
Yeah.
Or like my emotions are all over the place. Like, or I mean, the first thing you should have done, like say if like something happened to me, I'd hope that James within the next week got Jacqueline therapy immediately.
Yeah.
Because we shouldn't have to
deal with that.
No, you should not have to deal with those
On
type
your
of
own.
emotions as
Right.
a child.
Yeah.
So I think that's my childhood trauma is just like not having help with my emotions when I clearly needed it.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know.
I get it. And now as an adult, you have to figure out how to navigate that.
Yeah. It's like sometimes I'm still that 16-year-old who's going through this trauma.
That's like, why won't somebody
Because I
help
lost my
me?
dad when I was 14. So I put all myself into someone else at the age of 16. And it really messed me up. And like, I know people that like knew me back then are probably like, dude, what is wrong with her? But it's kind of like anybody that you found your first like relationship, your first love, your first friendship, anything you bonded to, when that's over, that sucks. Like it's really hard on you emotionally. Yeah. And I never processed it because right after that, I started, you know, getting high and stuff and putting my emotions into other things cause like first thing I did was this person was very much against anything like that. First thing I did was I got high. I dyed my hair red.
Yeah.
And I got a tattoo.
Yeah.
First things I did. And then I met my husband like immediately after. So it was kind of like I never got that time to
be by yourself.
Not so much be by myself because I don't know if I can handle being by myself. But like the trauma never got. Thankfully, though, being with my husband, he's made it where have like faith in like I can communicate with someone.
Yeah. I
can commit to someone.
I guess maybe I meant was like you never got a break.
Yeah. Like, or like help.
You know what I mean?
I think I needed help.
Well, right.
But like now I understand like my husband has healed all of that. So it's nice. Not healed it, but he's helped with it. So it's very like, I'm very grateful for my husband.
Yeah.
Because he treats me as if like, I saw a TikTok the other day that it was like, as a woman, you want to say like, I can do it. I'm an independent woman. I can do it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, your husband needs to look at you and say, I know you can do it, but let me help you.
Yeah.
And that was very much like, I get it. Like, I know I can go get gas in my car, but like my husband goes out of his way to do it for me.
Right.
But yeah.
It's good to have that stability.
Mm-hmm. And I never had it as a kid. Not to go like in depth with my childhood, but like I never had stability because my parents were divorced. I'm not saying that's the only reason, but there was a lot of other factors.
Right.
And I didn't get that home life. I moved probably, I mean, I'm sure you know, like moving a lot. Like we both moved quite a bit.
Yeah. It's hard to adapt.
Yeah.
Or want to feel comfortable.
I could probably count on two hands how many times I moved in like a 3-year period.
Yeah.
Like it's just.
Eventually you just start
used to it. Like you get.
Yeah. Like that. Well, and you also think too, like becoming an adult and then you start realizing like your childhood and then you're like, well, that was normal for me.
Yeah.
Not, I mean, nothing's really quote unquote normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you know, you have to learn how to deal with things as an adult whenever you couldn't deal with it as a kid.
Yeah.
And that's hard too.
Yeah.
So I get it. I mean, obviously not in the same wavelength, but
Yeah. No, I get. Man, I just unloaded all my trauma on y'all. I'm
basically
sorry.
what this means is everybody needs therapy.
Yeah.
Get on BetterHelp or something, y'all. I don't know. They don't sponsor us.
BetterHelp, reach out. They're probably like, this bitch needs it.
They give us a coupon or
I
something.
do have a psychologist. That's not the right word. Psychiatrist. There we go.
What's the difference?
Psychology. Psychologist. That's not a word, I don't think. Psychiatrist. I have a psychiatrist that I do talk to.
If you study psychology, you're a psychiatrist. I don't know.
I have no friends. Someone educate us in the comments.
Please.
We're just two girls.
Just two girls. Just two girls.
I feel bad I got deep on this, but...
Don't feel bad. Sometimes you just gotta talk.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what a podcast is for, so...
Yeah.
I think that went very well.
Trauma dumped.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, dog. And you know what? I guarantee somebody will listen to this.
It's more of like an apology to myself, I think. And the real question is, would I go back and change things? Yes, I would. If my husband and my child were not a factor into it, like if they didn't make a difference.
Changed, right.
Like, yeah, if I could know in the future I'd be with my husband and my child again, I would 100% go back and do it all over again.
Yeah.
100%.
Good answer.
Would you?
I don't think so.
But you were like...
I don't think so. I think that I'm content with where... Well, I'm very happy today.
Yeah.
Very happy today. I guess it depends on where, like, at what point in my life that I would go back to.
Yeah. Would you, like, redo it and, like, be more, like, football games and...
Yeah, I mean, if I could have, then yes.
Yeah.
If I could have been more involved, if I didn't want to be involved in things like that. And then when I finally did, I was like, dang, that was fun. Like, now I've just not wasted, but I was like a senior before I finally went and did things.
Yeah.
And I was like a good kid,
Yeah.
so I never, none like partying and things like that I've got zero interest in.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't I wouldn't have chosen to do it, but I think we were just having this or I don't know, I can't remember who I was talking to, but probably you. But I was saying something like, what always happens is, and I know a lot of people can relate to this, you dread doing something and then you finally do it, and then you're like, I'm so glad I did that.
Yeah.
And I know that would have been the case.
Yeah.
For me to go back and be more involved in things, but I feel like I would have gotten more out of it.
I feel like all of my teenage years was an out-of-body experience. Like, I was watching myself do these things.
Really?
Yeah. And I was a good kid. Like, don't get me wrong. I didn't go to parties. I was just boy crazy. That was my problem. I was boy crazy and I shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Should have been more focused on, like, me.
Yeah.
And not putting myself. But I mean, your brain is different at that time. You know, I mean,
you know what I mean?
I want to say things, but I'm not going to because it hurt feelings. But
yeah, I don't think that I would go back.
Yeah, I would go back. I think
I'm probably when I'm 70 years old, I'd be like, yeah, I want more time. But at I'm 24. I'm a baby, but no, I wouldn't go back.
Dude, death scares me so freaking bad.
Yeah, it's my worst nightmare. That and home invasion. Like I've said 1,700 times on this show. It's scary.
I'm so scared to die.
It is. Yeah, me too, dude.
I used to not be, but now I'm like, I can't. Like, I think that's where my anxiety comes from too, is because like I don't believe in anything, and I think that makes it worse. Because like it's one to find comfort in that when you die, you'll go to heaven. You find comfort in that. And for me, it's not. In my head, it's like science. You know what I mean? Like, it's a fact. When your brain stops working and your heart stops beating, everything just goes black. And because like when I got put under, that's like an experience.
I mean, your body is gone.
Yeah, but like
Your soul, though.
But like at the end of the day, do I believe in souls? Like
That's a question
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's so confusing because I want to believe in like all that, but I just like my brain just wants to be like, well, that doesn't make much sense.
Yeah,
I hate it. I hate it. I would find it so much simpler to believe in something.
Yeah,
and like find comfort in that, and I don't have that, and it's really irritating.
I mean, a lot of people.
Maybe something will happen.
That. You know what I mean?
Will happen, and it'll be like an eye-opening experience. But I think what did it for me is when I went under, because they said I was dying. So when I got put under, it was like dying. It was almost like I was fading away, and I was finally dying. And I think at that moment, that's when things changed for me.
Yeah.
Because it was a near-death experience, so it was kind of like
it was kind of a miracle, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That very easily would have gone south. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was a miracle.
Trauma. Yeah. I'm full of trauma, people.
We all are. Yeah.
Anyway,
anything else? No, just kidding. Just kidding.
I'm done rambling. Next week is all you, baby.
Who, me?
Yeah.
We'll see. Well, that was a good episode, guys.
I guess I trauma dumped. Maybe should we cut all that out?
Oh my god. That's up to you.
No, I don't really care. Who listens anyway? Not that sounds bad. I meant like no one that like I talk about, I don't think listens. If they do, hi, how are you? How you doing?
My name's Ashley.
Yeah. Welcome to the pod.
Shake hands, yeah.
Reach out if you feel pissed. I'll be glad to block you.
Oh my god.
My number is.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
911.
Don't ever reach out to me. Ever. No one in my past life.
Just stay where
Females,
you are.
males.
Stay where you are. Everybody just stay where they are and just.
Yeah, just pretend you never listened.
Just stay in your lane. We're not dropping names.
I never. I give enough hints though. Someone can easily figure it out.
Nobody else would know.
I know. I don't care.
That the person might, but nobody else would know.
I could care less.
You couldn't care less.
Whatever. That's one of your pet peeves. I know it is.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, you guys.
Yeah.
We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.